And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates to the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Yes,
Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Crispy, Nate, Breakmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You guys help us make a better show for everyone,
Mhm.
and we couldn't do it without you. So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Rachel.
Peace.
We were talking about movies. You had a good idea for an intro today. We've been talking about movies the last couple of days.
Yeah.
In particular, one trailer that came out that we're all pretty not happy with.
I didn't even know that they were making a Borderlands movie. I'm not like a huge Borderlands fan. I've played a couple of the games. So I had not heard at all about this movie.
Yeah.
And then I think my first reaction when I saw it was so they wanted to keep up that Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibe with the movie.
Yeah. Look, you know how I feel about this. I vocalized my opinion multiple times in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
But the movie industry needs a fucking help. They need help. They need one of those. What are they called?
An intervention.
The paddles. They're called defibrillator. And yeah, but just not on the heart. They just need it on the brain. Just
right.
hit them right in the brain with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the thinking that leads people to believe that all books will make good movies and all movies will make good video games and all video games will make good movies.
Yeah.
They're not the same, right? They're not. So the average video game is between 20 and 40 hours long, right? If you're telling a narrative story. These are long. They take a long part of your life.
Yeah.
Right? They take multiple weeks in cases where like there's a struggle that you have when you're playing a game that is sort of you're a part of, right? You are dealing with the struggles. So it's easy to empathize with the character. You're with them for a long period of time. You get to be part of their internal monologue and you get to make a lot of the decisions. You're the driving force behind their movement.
Yeah.
So it's like think of it as like a it's gonna be a weird metaphor, but like a fruit roll-up, right? That you laid over your face, right? So you're part of it, right? It's sort of like a film. The character itself becomes like a wrap on you, and you and them sort of become intermeshed, and then you play as that person.
Yeah,
in a movie, you're an observer.
Yeah, with the game, it's much easier to empathize or connect with the character or feel like their decisions are your decisions because you are controlling that character.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to separate yourself entirely from the character at any point in a video game.
Yeah.
Right. In a movie, they're putting you oftentimes in like a viewer's role. You get to see the events unfold, but you're sort of removed from the decision making. You're being instructed about what did happen, not being asked, how would you do this?
Right.
Right. So there's a disconnect there already. I'm not saying you can't empathize with a character in a movie, right?
Yeah.
But you're never going to empathize with them as fully and completely as you will in a game.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm also not saying that you can't convert a book into a movie and do it well. I'm not saying you can't convert a game into a movie and do it well, or that you can't convert a movie into a game and do it well. You can. That being said, I don't think it's as easy as Hollywood seems to think it is. And their track record has shown us pretty fucking... I mean, I think there's a level of disrespect in Hollywood towards the viewers of A, their movies, and B, of gamers in general. Like they treat you like you're a fucking stooge.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're a fucking idiot. Like the things that they give you are garbage. More often than not, garbage. We went through a
Mhm.
list the other, what was it, of the top 16.
Oh yeah, the best video game movies, which some of them weren't even, I wouldn't say would be a video game
Wreck-It Ralph
movie.
does not count as a video game movie.
No,
Please
no.
go fuck yourself. That's just a cop out. By the way, Wreck-It Ralph's a great movie, right?
Mhm.
I think it's a great movie outside of the fact that it's animated, outside of the fact that they reference video games in it. I
Mhm.
think it's just a good movie. It knows what it's doing. The people in studios like that know how to tell a story,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
That's fine. I do think though that when a studio head comes to like a team or whatever, and they have their meeting, and someone goes, "I want to do a Sonic the Hedgehog movie."
Mhm.
They don't want to tell a story about Sonic the Hedgehog. They
Right.
don't want to tell a narrative that involves Sonic the Hedgehog because they were inspired by a moment in a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Right. They're not like, I feel a deep connection with the Sonic the Hedgehog lore, and
Hmm.
I have a great, like, fitting story that I want to see told
Right,
through a movie.
right. They think Sonic the Hedgehog's popular.
Hmm.
People want to fucking they like Sonic the Hedgehog. So
Yeah.
let's get that money.
Yeah.
That'll do good. People like that hedgehog.
Hmm.
And then what happens is the people who run that fucking that decision making engine
Yeah.
go and they put together some stupid looking fucking hedgehog and they put it on the internet and everyone's like, that is gross. And they're like, come on, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. And like, first off, no, it's not. Sonic
Hmm.
the Hedgehog has one giant eye and two pupils. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
He's weird looking
Yeah.
because he's a fucking video game guy. Like, and I still to this day, I don't understand why you want to use Sonic the Hedgehog, but then you want to put human actors in it.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I think also when they make movies like this for whatever reason, I guess because it's so bloated with like CGI, they throw huge amounts of money, which because the movie is inevitably bad, it's never going to, you know, they're
Yeah.
never going to earn that money back.
And even if they do though, even if
Uh,
they do earn the money back, it just reinforces the bad lesson, right?
yeah.
We have to be more disciplined as a people
Mhm.
to not eat every fucking bag of shit they throw at us.
Yeah.
But we're so starved for it that we just like this Borderlands movie looks fucking terrible. It looks fucking garbogia. It's bad.
Hmm.
There are casting choices that are so fucking ridiculous. I don't understand them. I don't understand that. I tried to make a joke that would try to repair it,
Hmm.
and I actually think it's better than what they're going to give us. I honestly
Yeah.
think the joke is better.
I would agree. Yeah.
Look, I think we all know that Kevin Hart is not fucking Roland. I think we can just look at Roland and then look at Kevin Hart
Hmm.
and be like, that dude needs 2 feet and some platform shoes.
Yeah.
Look, not the most important thing, character height, but they did
Mhm.
this with Hugh Jackman, who I think grew on me over time with
Mhm.
Wolverine. Wolverine's like short as fuck.
Uh-huh.
That's part of his character. Like he's closer to Danny DeVito than he is to Hugh Jackman, right?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, he's a really good actor, right? Hugh Jackman's a fantastic actor, and
Yeah.
through the clever filming, and you know, they made hobbits look tiny, so they could do they could do Wolverine.
Right.
But it's just a thing, right? Like
Mhm.
a person who loves these things will have a connection to them that's different than the superficial, like he's not tall enough, right?
Right.
Roland's not making side jokes about pee coming through your window. He's just not. He's not that guy, right?
Mhm.
And if you played the game and you liked the game and you know, you would know that. But
Yeah.
they didn't.
It certainly feels like a lot of these movies are not made by people who enjoyed the game or the story or
Right.
have an understanding of these characters or the world. They just see that something is popular and it's making money and they want to get in on that.
That's there's another like deeper issue that
Mhm.
lays at the center of these types of things.
Mhm.
And the first is, why do you need to make something else in a different format?
That's true.
Just make something new.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with coming up with like a wasteland style movie that has sort of a comedic bent to it that is weird and over the top, and
Yeah.
that could be fun.
Yeah.
I could like that. I could be like, oh man, that's sort of like Borderlands.
Mhm.
And I could enjoy it in much the same way that I enjoyed Borderlands. But you make it as a movie, you tell the story you want to tell, and you don't have to replicate something I already know. The
Right.
problem is they want to dip in, get the benefit of nostalgia from all of their fans that already like a thing.
Mhm.
Because they don't want to do the work of making you care about their own characters that they had to write up. I know a lot of creators.
Mhm.
They wish they had the opportunity to make some of these types of shows and movies. Like you see movies on Netflix and on fucking Hulu and on Disney and stuff like that. And it's just a lot of these are like conversions. Netflix is the worst. Fucking
Yeah.
just every fucking IP is just snagged, right? I'm like, dude, try something new,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Try something new. I know loads of people who can write you a script today, right?
Mhm.
And then look, I honestly believe a lot of their scripts would be better than fucking Borderlands. Just better.
I yeah.
Just
I
better.
would agree.
Fucking Witcher season 38.
All right. Well, should we go to this week's episode?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe we convert it to a fucking choose your own adventure novel. What do you think?
I think that'd be difficult. I think maybe we just keep it in the format that it was originally created.
Freelance Heroism, the board game. Kaeviir gets to move 3 spaces when everyone else gets to move 1.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Return to Ravenloft, Season 2, Episode 24, Lenatra.
It's a great name.
Mhm.
I'm going to disengage, step around behind him, grab him by the back of his shirt, and then use like this professional technique that they use where they step on the back of your knee.
He swallows heavy. Uh, you- Aslan knew your father was Strahd's spy, and he wanted to compromise him. So he didn't know about you until after he did it, and to compromise him, there was only one other person besides you that would compromise Ludo.
Who?
Thrasta.
I'm going to summon the Shadow Blade in my hand in the form of a hooked dagger, and I'm going to put it against his head and hold his hair.
She's alive here under the memory curse. He brought her back.
Where?
Damokos has her. I'm not sure where Damokos has her, but Damokos has her. He was keeping his orders were to keep her far away.
I'm going to lean real close to his ear so only me and him can hear. You're going to tell me everything that you know about this.
You have flashbacks of seeing Damokos get on with a blonde-haired elf. When you guys left Matura Bay, he went the other way.
I did
And
see
yes, that is a fitting image for the memory of your mother.
that was her.
I know I'd played some very Dick DM moves sometimes.
Well, I remember you describing that, and then in game, Cass was like, "Do I know who that elf is?" And you were like, "No." I was like, "Okay." That
Yes, didn't.
no. Adrie's gonna kind of like
But yes, Vivian is scared shitless of Kaeviir right now.
kind of
Yeah, I don't have to roll for that at all.
stumble. Adrie's gonna kind
No.
of she's not gonna like fall down, but it's like she kind of loses her balance for a second as she remembers what, like 2 weeks ago at this point in game, she saw her mother.
When she kind of starts to stumble, I'll step over to help stabilize her so she doesn't fall.
At that point, Vincent shadow step or Misty steps out like, peace. Too much for me.
I want to whisper to him, what do you think I was going to chase him? No. You've got my attention right now.
Oh, I know. I don't think I'm gonna live.
You're going to have
I've
to
heard-
work very, very hard to have that. You're going to tell me everything you know. You're going to write it down. And if you miss anything and I find out that you skipped over it, I will come back without them. And I will be ruthless. Do you understand?
I understand.
I won't start with you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Now go. Be thorough. And I'm going to have the blade dematerialize in my hand.
Oh, I'll go write it right now.
So, welcome back.
Dees, inspiration point for your motherfucking ass.
Well, I promised her
Wow.
forever ago that I was going to find her mom. We got sort of sidetracked with a vampire lord.
Right.
But back on the trail.
Adrie looks a little bewildered for a second. A lot of things happening at this time. I can't believe I didn't recognize her. I saw her on the boat.
It's memory. It's hard when you lose it.
I didn't recognize you. I didn't recognize Captain Rayne.
Well, in all fairness, by design, very unrecognizable.
You should have seen him 2 weeks ago.
It's him 2 weeks ago now.
It's so good to be back. Thank you.
It's nice to have you back.
I know that Kess wasn't a nice person to have around.
I liked Kess.
He's all right. When she wasn't trying to kill everything in sight, she had some endearing qualities, didn't she, Kevin?
I think that had she not hijacked one of my dearest friends, we would have had a different interaction. Right? Something about hijacking your friend's body and wearing it around town, doing things that you don't think that she might be cool with, rubs me the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, you also noticed that Kess just like ruined the image of the armor he made you.
Look down. Like, oh God, this is gonna take some work to clean.
Well, it's just no holes in it.
This time.
True.
Back to the boat.
Yeah. That's our house.
Well, it's both. And you were upset about a chain to the room.
Yeah, because it's right in front of the door.
And now we can go anywhere we want.
This feels so strange. I'm sorry. It's a lot. I'm
Trust
really
me,
happy to be back.
I've been there. I know what it's like to have a different body or have a different mind. It's tricky. He knows what it's like too. He was a fish.
Shark, but yes, the sentiment is accurate. Well, it's been a decade plus 2 weeks since I saw you last. I'm
Yeah.
glad to see that you're okay. I'm glad to see that you didn't break. That's always a positive.
Well,
If he brings up anything about a statue and a garden and flowers and a plaque, just play along with him because he's like really upset about that. I don't understand what the deal is, but he's been all
She remembers. You're having sort of a merging type moment, aren't you?
yeah.
You sort of feel like you have two individual sets of ideas and you're
Mhm.
trying to make them fit together, correct?
Yeah.
Sometimes they won't fit together just right. It's going to be complicated.
Cass was very different. She'll kind of pause for a second. She's like, did we have steak the other night?
We did. It's good though, right?
Oh, no. She ruined it. Okay. Okay. Well, it's okay. It was just a 10-year hiccup of completely changing my diet. That's fine. 10 years is nothing.
10 years is nothing. I'm going to start to head towards the beholder. And I'm really like, I've been a lot of different people over the duration of my long career. I was a
Mhm.
woman twice.
So you always dust and then
No, that was I had really pushed it.
oh.
Yeah. Luckily, Victor was able to smuggle me out.
We are going to see Victor. He's gotten so much taller.
And lighter.
I guarantee you'll recognize 75% of it.
Well, Adrie's like kind of looking at Fibbin, but like mostly trying not to look at Fibbin.
Oh, he's gone. he's
He's writing down the full list of the history that he knows about Kes and
Mhm.
Adrie and all the doings. Not missing a beat.
Mm.
Best penmanship you've ever seen in your life.
I want to get it and be like, I don't see a bibliography, bitch.
Where are your references? You didn't annotate your references.
We don't
This-
accept Wikipedia as a reference.
I expected
This-
Chicago, not
MLA.
not MLA.
Oh my god. I'm having fucking hardcore flashbacks. Fucking bibliography. Bitch, I got the info. Just accept it.
That is not single spaced.
14 point? What do you think this is? Fucking community college?
Where is the
Yeah, I think that's what this is.
where is the Moonblade?
You have it.
Oh, I thought
Hence,
Kaeviir took it back for some reason.
No,
Sorry.
I just you were holding the handle. I just kind of laid it down in my hand so he could read the
Oh,
inscription.
okay. Adrie's gonna look at the blade, kind of like run her thumb over the family crest on it. Well,
you notice a second rune pops up with your name symbolized in it.
Huh.
Every time it picks a new wielder, it selects a new rune.
This rune says owes me $50 in Elvish.
Adrie will take the it came with like a sheath. So she'll kind of put that on her belt and then like sheath the sword. There's like a lot going on, so she'll kind of study the sword more later.
So, Kaeviir, question.
Hmm.
What about the other items in there on the pedestals? Are they related to this blade?
I don't know that they're related to the blade, but I do expect that we will go over them with a fine-toothed comb.
Okay. That was my subtle way of asking.
A professional is always looking for a nice new hat, and I'm gonna like wink at him and then point at the crown.
No, I think it would clash with the rest of your outfit. Plus, I think it's too big. It's probably just going to slide right over your head. Maybe you'll grow into it, though.
Prepare the Lanatra for departure, please.
Yes, okay. Not a
So
problem.
you guys snagging the other 3 items in the vault?
Absolutely.
Finally.
It's the
I riddled
least-
this damn school full of shit, and this is the first 3 things you guys have taken.
By the way, I'm looking for books too.
That would be on the library in the first floor.
I will take a walk down there. I'm
Oh.
gonna be like, let me get my feather followerable bag made completely from calf skin
Oh my god.
with the head of a donkey on it so that it can float.
That's not
It's got the corpse of a large animal stapled to the side of it so it can float. Because that's the rules.
god.
No, I'm kidding. I am going to pull open my jacket and have these little kind of pockets in the side and be like, I'm going to unload this library and I'm going to leave a little card that says payment. Thanks, Vivian.
Vivian said it was cool that I could take all of these books.
Signed, your friendly neighborhood professional.
Vivian said if anyone had a problem with me taking ownership of these books, to speak to him about it.
He will pay for them personally. Even if he has to go into indentured servitude for the rest of his life.
No, seriously though, I'm walking down the shelves and I'm just with my coat open being like, oh, and I'm gonna just take my finger on the top of it and just knock it back into my coat. And it's like,
All right.
Reddit. Oh, interesting.
Well, he's plundering that.
Yeah.
What are you two doing?
Well, I was told to go ready the ship, so I
All right.
suppose that's what I'm going to go do. When I get back up and look at the ship, is Hawk still firing?
He's hanging on the chain, and his fingers are going, but you could probably tell he's out of spell slots now, sitting up there.
He's just up there going pew 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 pew.
Yeah, the gas is done, and he's like, I want up. Hawks one up.
Do I see anybody else on the ship?
Brendan's kind of sitting there, and so is Serena, the ghost, and Brendan the skeleton are just kind of looking over like, you are violent. No. Like, they left us a death lizard up here. What the hell's your problem?
I literally have a skeleton crew right now, is what you're telling me. This is great.
Yeah, they're both just sitting there, just like, not till the others get back.
I'll signal up to him and go, look, go ahead and take him up. We're all coming back aboard.
He's insane.
You know what? You're all insane. Just add him to the group. Go.
They bring him up. You know he talks to a ghost?
You talk to a ghost.
Yeah, but we can see her. He carries a skull and says it's there.
So what? You're gonna now just be all judgmental about whether or not he can see his ghost?
Also, when do you have a problem with skulls? You are a skull.
Brendan's like, damn. Oh, the mistress is gonna make me scrub the toilets again.
Again?
I'm asking Adrie to help me carry books, if
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting deja vu again.
I get the three of them once they get Hawks on board, and I get on
Yeah.
board. I'm gonna go, okay, you're going to notice something slightly different about Kestrel when she gets back on board, okay? Just
Is her armor clean?
no, just look, I don't
Is she not gonna spit on the floor and then light a cigar?
Brendan's like,
just,
is the Dark Maiden going to be less bitchy?
look, I'll
Oh my
just-
God, Brendan!
all I'm going to say is that when she comes back on board, just don't make a big deal out of it, okay? She's trying to work some things out. Don't make it worse, all right? Just go do something. Go.
He's like, be
right.
normal, and he's gonna look around at a lizard, a ghost, and a skeleton, and be like,
it's like
shit.
it's not going to happen.
Shit.
But yeah, no, we'll start going ahead and getting all the necessary rigging and whatnot ready for takeoff, and yeah, that's what we'll do.
Max is like, we burned them good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about self-control next time, but I just gotta pat him on the head. I'm like, good job. Now see if
You
Brendan
said I
needs
couldn't use the
advice.
cannon, so I used my cannons.
Oh, that did, yeah.
Toxic cannons.
Great.
Take him to the gun show, Hawks. Take him to the gun show. Hey, hold these. Gonna hand a stack of books to Adrie.
Oh.
And
So.
these as
Okay.
well.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. And these. And I have these, but it's always good to have two.
Oh, okay. Adrie is very easily carrying all these books, but she keeps like looking at Kaeviir.
Okay,
Like-
knock that off. That's weird. I'm gonna
You
grab
look
another.
very different.
I know. Here, hold these.
It's I don't know, it's like I'm suddenly back, but I remember being gone.
It is weird. I'm gonna say, like, looking at her before putting more books in front, slowly blocking her face. Hey, I'm gonna lean off to the side of the book stack and be like, it's good to have you back, kid. And I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go back over and grab some more books and dump them in my pockets. I'm like, I think I got some room up here for the sleeves. What is that's like? I have to build a new shelf. All right, to the Lanacha. Let's. Oh,
Mm.
funny. Let's go.
Okay.
So, steak. Interesting.
It's
And you smoke now.
Kestrel made those decisions.
Interesting. You're a rebel.
No, it wasn't. No, Kestrel did those things. I didn't do those things.
You did do those things.
But I thought I was someone else when I did them. So it wasn't me. It was me doing
It
them.
is
But it was.
you.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been another person before.
Do you remember when I was younger?
You were a little kid. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Kind of hoping you'd slip on that.
Well, I remember being Kess, and you showed up when I was Kess.
You gave a child beer.
Yeah, I did
That's
do
a
that.
crime.
I
You've committed a crime.
don't think that's a crime in Darkon, actually.
I think it's a crime in normal places.
Adrie suddenly goes very pale, and she like clutches the books and looks over at Kaeviir, and she's like, "Don't tell my mom that I did those things.
We'll talk about that.
Don't tell my mom I did those things.
We'll talk about it.
You just no. I need to know."
I'm gonna walk in front of her real confidently, head up, hat back. I think we could start the negotiations with don't tell your mom. Sure. I'm going to hold on to the rope ladder and tug on it with one foot in. You'll get the next one.
How am I going to do that holding all these books?
And as I slowly get lifted up the side of the boat, I'm like, I wonder what me and your mom will talk about.
Oh my God.
So much to cover.
Oh God.
What about that whole town you slaughtered? Oh
I
my
just-
God.
I brought most of
Punched
them
your
back.
own father right in the face. What about the blood vessel?
To be fair, her
She's
mother
not
punched
gonna
her
like that.
father.
Yeah, it's true.
Who hasn't punched
Ludo-
Ludo at this point?
I
Ludo
think
has
we
a-
all have. I think in order to be in freelance, you have to
Yeah,
punch.
probably easier to list all of the people in the Dark Realms that haven't punched Ludo.
As a matter of fact, I can't really give her shit about punching him because I seem to remember killing him and putting him in a jar for like a long time. I had a Papa potion. All right, I'm gonna send the rope ladder back down with a cargo net.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right. I will put the books in the net and go up with this one.
You guys make it to the top.
I assume we got the stuff from Fiven.
Yes, he gave you the papers before you left.
Before we leave
Gave me
Fiven,
the notes.
Mhm.
Gave me the notes. Not. I was very
Yeah.
specific about that.
He gave them to you. He couldn't look her in the eye.
before we leave Fiven, I want to ask him and say, "Are you going to tell anyone about this?" And then I would like to incite his answer.
Who's there to tell?
That's not a yes or a no.
27.
Hold on. Make him answer it.
Is he saying that in like a dejected, there is no one for me to tell, or is he saying that as like a, I'm trying to make you think that I think this is hopeless?
He doesn't have his patron anymore, or his patron's. The energy of the realm is still there, the Dreadlord, but the Dreadlord's not there anymore. He can't reach Damokos. You know, he never really got along well with I'm gonna mess
Vespera?
up her name. Vespera, yeah. Mainly because she didn't trust him, and now you have an inkling why.
Nobody likes her
Um,
though.
Was Ves Kestrel's truest friend?
Hey,
Probably.
fuck you.
Kess's truest friend, not Adrie's truest friend.
Jesus Christ. This guy out here naming boats.
Whoa!
Naming boats. Bringing people back with the crucifix blade. Right against their fucking big old rectangular forehead. Just bop. The power of Kaeviir compels you.
So, no, I won't tell.
Insight. 23.
I'm gonna lean over the boat and snap my finger. Help action.
Yeah, no. There's no lie in him. He's broken right now.
Okay. Adrie's just gonna shake her head at him and then leave.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm very disappointed in you.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Nate, I had gear for you too, but it was on your uncle. You were supposed to kill him.
I was supposed to
But-
kill him?
I don't know. I don't railroad campaigns, but I loaded him up with shit for you.
Sorry.
Well, we got a bunch of other stuff, and we will.
Oh, I'm waiting for that shit. No, I'm kidding. It's not bad.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
no.
We'll just have to redeploy Nate's gear.
I get what I get when I get it.
His
You did
loot-
score a shit ton of fucking magic daggers on that one fool.
That's true.
the ones he showed me.
Well, didn't you take all of them?
Yeah,
I remember
I
right.
was
You
the
scooped
ones
up like
Yeah.
yeah.
Show me your magic daggers, friend. Teach me of your poisonings. What a dumbass.
You charmed the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Very well played.
I've really been talking my way out of combat in this game.
Well, I don't blame you. Plus, the poison was to kind of nerf the uncle slightly. He was a level 16, and the shape you guys are in,
Yeah, we'll kick
the
their ass.
the poison was to kind of level the field.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus, I gotta.
we'll see him again.
Oh yes, I'm sure we will.
Plus, the poison will be a playback to the Patreons when they read about one of Victor's adventures and him drugging the shit out of the ship once. Yeah, he fucking put that in the ship for fucking the other Kaeviir.
Oh, so Adrie gets Adrie's room now, not Kess's
Yep.
room.
hmm
Nice.
So Adrie still retains some of Kestrel's memories, right?
All
of them.
All of them.
And so is it Kadri now? Is it
Adrie.
Estral? Or I was thinking maybe just Adele. That would be
Adele.
those two things together.
No, it's Adrie.
It's
She
Adrie.
just
Gotcha.
remembers doing Kestrel stuff,
For yeah.
Hashtag just Kestrel things.
just Kestrel things. Punching a child, just Kestrel things.
My sock has spun all the way around on my foot so that it's completely upside down, which is, I think when I sit in this chair,
Mhm.
like I kind of fold my leg up over the other leg, so I'm sitting like a dull seam from Street Fighter, and like I think when it does that, it kind of puts tension on the bottom, which then eventually slowly slides it, and then I get down, I do it again, and it slides it some more, and so finally I'm looking at it, and I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? Just like a
You should start with it on flipped the other way, so then it rotates back to where it should be.
Oh, I'm so glad to have Adrie back. This is the kind of idea that we were missing. If you pre-puncture your armor with holes, it won't look silly when they put holes in it. Have you ever considered not breathing? Then they couldn't drown you in a lake. I'd like to go back to 6 weeks ago in Death Ward. Like, okay.
Alrighty.
All right, so we're on the boat.
hmm
I don't know. I guess I'll just sit back and see what everyone wants to do. Actually, no, scratch that. I need Bone Boy.
Brennan comes running up.
Nick.
Yes, sir.
Where's Nick? Oh, Nick went with them. All right.
Mhm.
I guess you're on your own here. I need another bookshelf, and it needs to be well done.
In the bookshelf in your lab?
Yes, another one.
You're gonna let me in the lab? Victor said I can never go in the lab.
Hold on 1 second. I was sneezing crazy hard.
No worries.
Actually, just build it and leave it in the kitchen, and we'll move it.
Oh, build a bookshelf. Okay.
Yes.
He kind of like looks odd and just trying to.
Lorena, help him build a bookshelf, please.
Serena's like, all right, I'll guide him.
Hi, Serena.
You call me by Adrie.
Hey.
She floats over and tries to hug you, and she can't, so she just kind of like ethereally like puts her arms around you. I missed you.
I missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't help you before we went to face Strahd. I thought we would have time after.
It's okay. Victor was able to bring me back for a time. They got me back. Midnight actually. But
Oh,
his other side got me in the end again.
hmm.
Yeah,
But,
sorry about that. I have a question,
yes.
Serena, which I haven't thought to ask until, well,
Mm-hmm.
how do ghosts get to keep their clothes?
I don't know. I'm glad I do.
Yeah, no, me too. I was just wondering why that. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
weird,
it's
right? Was
kind
it
of what
what
I
you
was.
died in?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's on my body below. Victor's been keeping the body on gentle repose until they could find a cleric to.
So if I were to dress the body in something silly, you would appear here in that silly dress. So, like, if I
I'd
were to
rather not find out.
dress you like a bunny or something, then you would
I,
appear here as
I,
a ghostly bunny.
you haven't changed a bit.
Curious about how the rules work.
Adrie, please don't let him.
No, no.
Thank God.
Wow.
Geez, I never thought of it that way. That is fucking hilarious. That is canon now. I don't give a shit what the books say.
However you
That
dress
is
a ghost
fucking
is how
canon.
Okay.
If you can get to the body and dress to the bones or whatever you need to, that'll fucking happen.
It's interesting because you think that when you're,
Mm-hmm.
you'd think that, like, if you're in heaven, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, the clothes thing probably wouldn't even occur to most of the people in heaven.
No.
But then when you, like, have to walk around on Earth, it's like, oh, all of a sudden we got to do clothes. But how do they figure that out? Right?
Right?
Like, if you died in Victorian era England, you're dressed in the fashion of the age, no matter how far in the future you appear.
Mm-hmm.
But if you died in the Civil War, you're dressed like you were in the Civil War. And I think it's just because you died wearing those things.
So what you're saying is heaven looks like a massive cosplay thing at this point now?
Yeah. The important thing is to die at the most stylish time.
Oh man, now that just makes me think of a lot of really bad examples too. So,
Oh.
like,
You talking World War II?
yeah,
more like
don't
David
worry, they're
Kane.
not going to be up there.
I know.
or more like, the guys who were trying to put the fire out at Chernobyl, or
Oh no.
just, it's just
wow.
You think they're just walking around on biohazards?
Yeah, that's what they get to wear for the rest of their life, and just that's
got a real Moltar vibe going on.
Yeah.
It's just something I was thinking about. Figured I'd just interject that idea into the game to break the seriousness up a little. I like the idea of dressing up ghosts now, though. Just going to the graveyard, digging up a body, dressing it up as something different. Just so they have, as a kindness, like, go and get some, like, nice clothes and then dig up some bones and, like, dress them up real nice and then put them back in there. Or, like, send a couple on date night, dig up, like, a wife and their husband and put them in a tuxedo and a nice dress and then rebury them.
Now I want to play Lich King in Ravenloft.
There we go.
Shit we get into.
This whole line of graveyard is just going to be socks on cocks, like in the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So,
man, I just hate to see the section of the graveyard that's devoted to the insane clown posse.
oh fuck. Oh.
They haunt the grocery store Fago section for all eternity. Drifting up and down, you can hear their cries. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, brothers and sisters. Whoop, whoop. You know what? My opinion on them has matured a little on that particular group, right? They're no different than Kiss, right? Kiss sucks.
Yeah,
true.
And fucking and also and also the ICP sucks.
Mhm.
But you're into what you're into.
Yep.
So, good for you guys, I guess. The only difference is Kiss people replicate their face paint very accurately, while ICP has sort of a creative streak and does their own face paint. That's sort of so. I mean, I guess they have the edge there. They are doing their own kind of Ultimate Warrior, different every weekend kind of vibe. Good for them.
Yeah.
I think it's still stupid, but hey, more power to you. Whoop, 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 as it were.
Yes. I find it interesting that the definition, a meal purchase from a gas station convenience store is known as a Juggalo dinner.
Look, I don't want to pick on anybody, right? They're not hurting anyone. So you guys probably like better music, but whatever. And I will say that the people who are in ICP seem like they're, I don't know, I don't want to say smart, but they don't seem like complete idiots. They seem like they're aware of the world and shit. So good for them. Mm-hmm. Okay. I do not know anything about them outside of that. So this is I'm making a peace offering to you ICP guys. All right? All you ICP fans out there, the professionals trying, and now you can fuck off. Okay?
If you'd like to know more about juggalos, check out wikihow.com and their section on how to be a juggalo, a 12-step program.
A 12-step program? Boy, normally you're a
Oh,
juggalo first and then 12-step after.
How to be a juggalo. Appreciate the music, memorize lyrics, listen to other artists who are on psychopathic records, attend events,
this
or
feels a lot like a marketing system here.
Attend a championship wrestling event.
Really?
Drink Faygo soda. Talk like a juggalo. Join Juggalo Book, which is apparently the social media hub for juggalos.
Right.
Use the Juggalo coin, which is their own fucking
crypto
Oh
coin.
my god.
No. You've lost me.
Yeah. And celebrate Juggalo Day, which is a week from today.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
What are we doing for Jug Day?
February 17th was declared Juggalo Day by the Insane Clown Posse to thank and celebrate their fans.
Hey.
All Juggalos should celebrate Juggalo Day by drinking nothing but Faygo all day.
All right, I'm out.
Not water?
Wow. Just wow.
Look, hey, you know what? More power to you. You guys are clearly a good community. You guys like each other and everything like that, but I don't know, man. You heard Nos? He's pretty dope. Putting it out there. You do what you got to do. All right.
All right.
Intermission complete.
Wow. Okay.
So we're on the boat.
Did you leave the beholder locked up down below?
Oh no,
Oh.
I'm gonna
Get.
I was really like, did we forget something?
Did we leave the oven on? No, I would have gone back for him during the book thing. I just hadn't considered it because we got kind of off topic with
All good.
Adrie.
All right.
Yeah, so actually that's not a bad idea. After I drop the books off in issue orders to build a new bookshelf for my sweet new collection of books, I want to go talk to him to the, was it Cargillus?
Yep.
Cargillus.
How big is he?
4.5 feet, or radius, kind of like wide.
Yeah, not too bad.
No, he's a decent size.
The evil?
I
He
mean,
said he owned a shop.
yeah, he had his own little tower that he was keeping his stuff, and
Who wants to go negotiate with the beholder?
I mean, I'll go down there. He didn't
yeah.
sell me. He didn't sell me out when I came downstairs the first time.
Well, I'm for sure going. Raise your hand if you want to join me.
And you know what? I'll stay on the ship because I think it's my
You know what?
duty
This
to
is
keep the ship.
this
to
is the
get it
first
ready.
time. This is the first time Adri's ever seen a creature with like a central body and sort of 8 appendages radiating out of it. So she's there. She wants to see this thing.
Okay. Oh God, we're back to that. Cargillus.
Master Kaeviir, how are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna sit down in front of the cage.
Oh, you're gonna try to make me sign a contract.
Exactly 30 feet away from the front of the cage. 35 feet, let's say. I'm actually going to stand at the front of the cage and I'm going to measure it out step by step, backwards walking from the cage. And then right as I reach the end of it, I'm going to look at him and take one big step back further and then sit down right there. Let's talk.
Oh, okay.
You want to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But as a person who tends to care about the lives of the innocent and people like that, I'm betting that you've probably done some harm in your day.
To be fair, when you're in the Dread Realms, who hasn't?
Fair enough, I suppose.
I mean, I was happily in my own tower, kind of having my own little collection of things and minding my own business, except for the random villager who thought they were the next adventurer with a pitchfork. And
Well, I think Adrie and I can justify defending your own keep or castle against intruders.
I would like to incite that statement that the beholder made.
Help action.
29.
You have good cop, bad cop again, as opposed to bad cop, stab cop.
he was honest.
Kestrel was both bad cop, stab cop.
He was mostly honest. I mean,
Mostly.
Mostly. I mean, there was a hint of, I mean, like, he may have fucked around and found out, but I mean, most of the time, I mean, you can, I mean,
this is the weirdest answer to an honest insight check I've ever heard. This is the most wobbly fucking confirmation of lie I've ever heard.
Whenever I discern from my insight check, I want to let Kaeviir know through Thieves' Cant.
all right. That, I mean, how do I put this? Part of it was true. People would come mess with him in his collection, but he wasn't completely innocent up there.
Well, here's the deal. I'm always happy to take on new employees. I think it's important when you are in an area to find out some of the locals, make good contacts, especially someone so keenly sighted and worldly as yourself. Person who is the globe, not just travels one.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
I am. Now, my thinking is it would be easy enough for me to let you go and not ask for anything else. You did us a favor, though it wasn't really required. You were going to do us a favor if we asked. So I think we could have a little negotiation here. I am of the mind that if you stay in your lane and guard your tower and someone encroaches on that tower, you are well within your rights to protect your home, your domicile. But when you leave and begin to recruit new relics and new armaments and start to strive for something maybe a little bigger than the current position that you hold, then we run into some sort of tension. So my thinking is we get you to agree to some sort of arrangement here. You work for me, you knock it off with all the advanced tactics of collection. Fair enough?
They're saying not to go robbing ruins and paying would-be adventurers to go pick things up for me.
We could drop off relics from time to time, given that you've not breached your contract. Think of it. You're a long-lived species. The only real time you guys have any trouble with maintaining your full potential of study and research is when you have to go out and collect pieces anyway. So I'm actually doing you a favor by bringing them directly to you.
I just don't like the employee word in there. I can agree to stay in my tower.
How about associate? Does that hit your ear? Or
Yeah, I like that. I like
stock?
that word. That's a lot better. That's definitely a lot better.
Interesting. How do you feel about travel?
Hmm?
How do you feel about travel?
Travel's fun. I enjoy traveling. I get to see new things. Figure out a way to get past that damn fog. Like the realm's collapsing, if you haven't noticed. I would really like to figure out a way to get out of this realm as when we can.
Adrie, what do you think? Do you think our friend Cargillis here can be honest?
19 insight.
We're looking for his alignment. Does he seem lawful? Does he seem though he would follow a contract or just betray it? I also want to fold in my knowledge of the histories of beholders to know if
Yeah, he's
they...
lawful. Yeah. If he makes a contract, what you know, beholders, if they make a contract, they normally keep it. They're normally
right.
Beholders are normally true to their word.
What do you say, Adrie? Should we give him a shot?
Can't we, Miss Adrie? He blinks his all eyes at you all nice and smiles.
I think we can. Yeah.
Well, how about this? We clear out the dining room. We move some of the books in there. And you can have a little free range around the dining room.
The dining room in your tower?
In my ship.
You have a ship?
I have a ship in the sky.
I thought the kid was lying. Like flying vessels, those are only been seen in the picture books.
I would like to test his knowledge, his intellect, and let me find it. I'm gonna use Insightful Manipulator while we're talking.
All right.
You can learn whether it is your equal, superior, or inferior in any two of its mind stats. So intelligence, wisdom, charisma score, or class levels. I'm going to say intelligence and wisdom. I want to know if he is my equal or my superior or my inferior in intelligence and wisdom.
What's your intelligence?
17.
Okay.
And my wisdom is a 16.
Okay. He is your equal in intelligence and slightly inferior in wisdom.
I could always use a researcher. an associate who goes through and does research on things I don't have time to, and then briefs me on it. How would you feel about filling that role?
We get to travel?
We do get to travel.
Am I stuck only to the dining room, or can I actually get on the top deck and watch?
We can negotiate that. I don't know if the doorways are wide enough to get you through. 4 feet. Maybe we could make a hole through the roof, and you could just lift up through it.
Okay,
Sound fair?
that sounds fair.
No one goes into my lab but me. I have to invite you in there.
Can I petrify anybody that goes in that's not supposed to go in?
Absolutely.
Da 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 da. He's bouncing around the cell.
Cargillis, this might be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
But
I
you
think
have
so.
you have to be
Hmm.
sure that whoever goes into the lab isn't allowed in
Well, he
before
said
you
only he's
petrify.
allowed in. That means I
Unless
beam
you've
anyone that's not him.
unless you've been invited, and he could invite other people.
True.
Okay. I'll just assume unless he told me, then they're not invited.
How about if I'm not there, they have to speak a password. If they know the password, you let them in. If they don't know
Okay.
the password, light them up. Also, I should probably reinforce that door. Fantastic. Well, then please come with us. And I'm going, oh, one moment, actually. And I'm going to slide a boilerplate contract that says, essentially, it says that this is a short retainer. It'll last 2 weeks. After that 2-week period, he will be forced to confirm or deny his employment with us, in which case we will take action in response.
I don't have a pin to sign it with, and my magic's being blocked by the force field on the cell. If you would open the cage or turn the force field off, I can use magic to sign it.
Would require a sign of trust, wouldn't it? All right. I am going to give you this as your opportunity.
All right.
I'm gonna open the cage, and I'll leave the contract on the floor.
Do you have a pin?
I'll go ahead and pull a quill.
Pinches it with an eye stalk and signs. Gives it back to you.
I figured I'd use mage hand. Okay.
Can I ask for 5 minutes alone with the headmaster of this institute?
It wouldn't be anything that we would find upsetting, would it?
Define upsetting?
I think we
I
had an
plan on
agreement.
thanking him for my visit.
I think alone might be a stretch. Seems to me like maybe that would be something we would consider evil.
Probably.
So I'm happy to go speak with him with you. We are associates after all.
Of course. I wouldn't disintegrate him or anything. I mean, eventually they could, take away the petrification and he'd be able to function normal again.
I think we should probably just head to the boat.
Yeah, I don't think that's a
Alright.
good way to start off your time with the
I
contract.
thought I'd ask. I mean, it was worth an ask. It was an honest question.
Was it though? There's nothing I like more than rehabilitating evil characters. I really, really like it. I love it. Ugh. Do you remember that creepy ass kid we saw with the bone cat? Whatever happened to him? And it's not 100% success rate. Remember that little fucking bone bitch that we had to blow up?
Like totally. She's like, Ludo's
my God.
hot.
No.
She's got a bone your die.
No.
Sorry. I didn't mean in a weird way. I
Uh.
meant she was going to take his bones.
I totally meant the other way.
No.
All right.
All right.
Then up to the ship.
All right, while they're down doing that, Nate, what are you doing up as Rayne?
Well, what does the outside of the Institute look like now that I mean, I assume overall this time, everyone that was out there that was fighting that had become disoriented, what have they done since? Did the disappearance of my uncle also make everyone else, I mean, did he like give the order to clear out, or what has happened?
Most of them have cleared out. You notice once your uncle left that the mist around it started leaving, which
Okay.
meant he pulled back his device.
Gotcha.
So, and he started getting them all out.
Okay.
Or he left and then slowly they all left. Most of them inside died.
Right.
And then the ones outside, once they realized the numbers had dwindled in their minds where they were, they
Okay. So I don't think there's really any need to clean anything up, so to speak, here.
no. So-
Brendan's getting ready to build a bookshelf.
Yep, he's pulling the spare lumber and
Yeah. There's not really a whole lot I think I can do right now, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm waiting for Adrie and Kaeviir to come back. I don't know where my uncle would have gone. I don't think there's really any way for me to determine that. Yeah, I guess I will spend this time just preparing the ship and getting ready to set course for wherever Kaeviir says we need to go next.
all right. Sounds good.
I want to clarify here.
Mhm.
Without being coached, he said, "Go wherever Kaeviir says next." Best employee I've ever had in my life. Period. Best employee. Literally took 2 games. Dude's like, "Kaeviir, where are we headed?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's so sweet of you to ask."
It is his ship. I mean, I assume. I'm
just saying, I normally get a lot of pushback here. I'm loving this arrangement so far. Someone is going to get a bonus.
I'm fairly certain
2
that
hats next week.
Ooh, well, okay. Well, now you got me sold. Holy shit! I'm gonna be rolling in hats by the time all of this is said and done.
Speaking of rolling, we're gonna need someone to build a ramp for this guy.
Actually, I guess that would be a good. That would be. Do I see them emerge with?
Oh yeah.
With Cargillahus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that if both Kaeviir and Adrie are doing this together, that there's probably a really good reason why this is occurring. And I'm going to leave it at that.
This is so great. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you just rolling with this. I would get so much fucking pushback from everyone.
Well,
but
look,
now,
I mean,
with Adrie as the morality sponge, I can just do all kinds of shit. And people are like, well, Adrie's rolling with it, so it must be cool. I'm like, I mean, hey.
Well, okay, but from my perspective, I went down into this basement. I was stealthing around trying to be, trying to hide my appearance there. and the beholder caught sight of me, and he didn't rat me out. So I mean, he's at least got that going for him. And then, if you're walking back with him, I don't have any reason to believe you'd be doing so under any other pretense other than there's obviously some kind of arrangement you've come to, and I'm sure I'm going to be explained what it is. So
Yeah.
there's not
I'm just
there's
saying
not
this
anything there isn't anything for me to fight at the moment. I would say that if you were to give an order that was egregiously immoral, yeah, you'd probably get pushback from me. But
that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what was in the contract.
yeah, well, there you go. I have a morality clause in my contract. It's just not the way morality clauses typically work. It's you shall look away from the immorality of your boss. So yeah. But I'll make sure that Brandon goes ahead and lowers down the cargo net again to bring our roly-poly friend up.
Well, he
Well,
floats.
yeah,
He can fly.
Okay, you're not gonna. Okay.
Yeah. It was just a joke about him being on ball.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, all right. Well, then I'll still lower the rope and the ladders down for you, unless he's going to pick you up and let you ride his back. I mean, I seriously got that.
Oh my god, it's like a hippity hop. And he just poops little balls when he squeezes. He's like,
I can imagine like Adrie sitting on holding on to two high stalks like Falcor going,
Yeah. Chasing
oh
down
man, that's
bullies.
a comic. That's a poster right there. All right. So how wide are the door frames? D-Walk. Let's just brass tacks this bitch.
Hold on, I might have to pull it up on my phone because I don't think I downloaded or printed out the ship.
I mean, for point of order, a standard door is typically 3 feet wide.
Right. But he's
squishy. Amorphous. Yeah, I was going to say he's more liquid than
he was
solid.
able to get through the jail cell door.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he can fit through the doors.
Yeah.
Okay. It wouldn't be super comfortable, and we will make arrangements to make it so that he can get up to the deck.
I'll have Brendan get some lard from the kitchen and we'll grease up all the door frames.
Not that. I was thinking maybe in the floor of the deck from where the basement is, building a 5-foot like porthole, and then when it's time to eat, maybe we could eat up on the top deck, invite him up, and then put a table over the top of it, dining cloth, and then we can all just eat up on the top deck. Or if it rains or whatever and we want to go down into the bottom floor, we could go ahead and invite him back down, cover the top again like a port, like on a submarine, and then go back down and have dinner downstairs.
On the days when we're really bored, we can play Beholder mini golf.
Whoa. Good shot. All right. Well, hey, this is I'm going to take all the new books that I got and kind of toss them out. I'm like, your first gig would be to arrange these based on level of importance, historical accuracy, and maybe interest. What do you find most interesting? You just make a stack of the maybe 5 or 10 books you find most fascinating, and I will start with those. Fair? We'll use this as a sort of taste test, so to speak. See how your fascinations line up with mine.
Sounds fair to me.
Oh. The code word will be pineapple.
Pineapple. Very nice. And he goes to float into the thing and begins moving the books and going through them.
Right on.
Hawks is looking through the door at him.
He's our friend. We will treat him nice, and in 2 weeks we will renegotiate our contract. But until then, he is our librarian now.
What's his name?
Cargillus.
Hawks wants to meet Cargillus.
Is Hawk's going to be nice?
Hawks is going to be very nice. Hawks has a lot of questions.
All right.
Hawks has heard of these.
He's working right now. If he wants to meet you, then you can go speak to him.
Maybe when we all have dinner, we can do introductions.
Fair enough.
Hawks can wait. Hawks will sit here and watch. He plops out on the floor and says cross-leg. Pulls out the sister skull and puts it in his lap and just watches.
I feel like this is when people have a cat and then they turn on like a YouTube channel of just like a bird feeder.
Captain,
Aye, sir.
how goes the ship?
I believe we are ready for departure. We just need to set a course.
Well, we are currently researching what I think is a good next place. I have a suspicion where we will head.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain we will have group unanimity.
Unanimously.
I'm unanimity, right?
Everyone's going to agree.
Kaeviir would know how to say this word, but I always fuck this up. Unanimity, correct?
Unanimity.
Okay. We're all saying it different. That's the definition of unanimity.
Unanimity.
Unanimous enemy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Unanimous cinema.
Right. Unanimous enmity. Right. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism. We really appreciate you coming in and listening. We also really appreciate all the people who support our Patreon. By supporting the Patreon, you're going to get behind the scene uncut clips that you'll get to see sort of like maybe the tissue behind some of the edited, cleaned up content. And you'll get that whenever we have a big block of it to drop, as well as any updates or any information behind the scenes stuff that we think the Patreons would like to know. So if you'd like to support our Patreon and help us continue making the high quality, high octane podcast that you've come to expect, go ahead to patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Thank you. And as usual, the invoice is in the mail. Well, if there's anything that can bring the whole crew together, it's knowing that Rachel completely devoured that rhino's ass.
Oh, bless you.
I have one little
One
piece.
chunk of rhino ass left.
One piece left.
Rhino
save it?
ass, rhino ass, rhino ass.
Do you want to save it for a special occasion, or do you just want to unceremoniously devour the
I'm
last
gonna
of the
wait.
rhino whole?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Better not be waiting to find Adrie's mother because that ain't gonna happen this session. You already got one good win.